Hello everybody, welcome back on my channel and to XP11. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna do my first flight on Vatsim. Well, that's not really true because I've already have a couple of hours here on Vatsim, but I'm still a big noob, so I will probably do a lot of mistakes in this video. But please don't mind, I'm here to learn. So, today I'm in the DR401 from Aerobask. And I'm in London Stansted. I'm not quite sure if I said correctly. But, well, today I'm gonna do some VFR patterns to train my phraseology. And, yeah, I think it's the best way to learn how to speak to ATC without being too complicated. So, before starting, I just wanted to mention that my OBS is still buggy. I haven't fixed the problem. So, as soon as I move the mouse like this, as you can see, it lags, so I'm gonna try not to do that. So let's jump in the cockpit. Alright. We can firstly start the battery and the avionics. And now I will connect to the frequency of the tower, because I think it's the only one which is online. So I'm just gonna see tower 123.8. Sorry. So I'm going here 123.8. And normally the first thing you want to do when you're connected is to do a radio check, just to be sure that your voice is working correctly. I mean that your mic is working correctly. So here I connect. It says me connected to first room voice room, sorry. And I'm gonna say something like Stansted Tower, good morning, November 1202, radio check. Oh yeah, and you have to identify your aircraft normally, so I'll also do that. So, let's do this. November 1202, DR401 on the GA Apron radio check.
November 1202, Stansted Tower, hello, read it.
Thank you very much, November 1202. So I just did that to be sure that he received me perfectly. So I'm just going to close this canopy because it's getting very loud here. Alright, so now I've done my voice check, so the next thing I want to do is to connect to the 80s to know what are the information. So here it says me Stansted information 127.175. So I can tune it here, 127.175. I can reduce here to 175. And the main thing I want to learn with this is the runways in use, and the wind, and the information, the number of the information. So I'm going to tune in.
Between 260 and 360 degrees, visibility 10 kilometer or more, view 2,000 feet, temperature +6, dew point +2, QNH 908 hectopascal, acknowledge receipt of information, echo, and advise aircraft type on first contact. Stansted information, echo, time 1150, automatic, runway.
So runway 22, information echo.
Aircraft make initial contact on frequency 123.8, transition level.
So I'm just gonna recontact 123.8. So it says me it was written that it was information hotel, but it said information echo, so I'm gonna say echo also. So now when I will speak to the ATC, I will say November 1, 202 with information echo, request taxi clearance to runway 22 for some VFR patterns, and then normally he will let us do that. But before we do that, I just want to start this bird. I think it would be a good idea, yeah. So I'm just gonna adjust it this way. First thing what I want to do is to turn on the alternator. I can introduce the fuel. I can put the fuel pump on a few seconds. Okay. And now one thing that there isn't on the Cessna 172 is the, I don't know if you can see, master engine preheating. So you want to put it on, and now you can see that it's preheating. So I have to wait to this light to turn off before I can start the engine. So now it's done, and now I can turn to start the magnetos, and there we go. I'm gonna push the flashlights as well as the taxi lights. The runway in use is the runway 22, so I can already tune it in. 220, there we go. What is left here? I'm just gonna watch here on the map. So the runway in use is 220, so normally I think he will tell me to cross the runway, taxi here, go here, and take off to runway 22. And I don't know if it will be right hand side or left hand side, the patterns, but I think I'm gonna do a couple of touch and goes and then do a full stop landing, and just to show you how it works. Just guys, this is not a tutorial, sorry. It's just me struggling a bit and learning the way to use Vatsim. So do not refer to it if you want to learn how to use Vatsim. Go on YouTube, there's a lot of good tutorials, but don't watch this. Well, I'm on the frequency of the tower, so I will ask for the taxi clearance. So it says me that it was information echo, so I'm going to say November 1, 202 information echo, request taxi to runway 22 for some VFR patterns. And normally he will answer me, yeah, November 1, 202, clear to taxi via and I will note on a paper. So I can go ahead and do that. November 1, 202 with information echo, request taxi to runway 22 for some VFR patterns.
November 1202, taxi on point uniform, runway 22, QNH 9998.
So, taxi holding point uniform, QNH 998. Thank you very much, November 1, 202. So one thing very important with Vatsim is that you have to read back everything that he says. I mean, almost everything. And to show him that you have understood what he said. You cannot just say Roger or okay. This is not okay because you could have not understood. Alright, so I'm just going to show.
Ryanair 2, Romeo Foxtrot 762, right, mission sergeant.
He tell me to hold point Unicom. I'm just going to show. Going to watch on the internet. Unicom. Alright. So the point Unicom is right here. I have to go ahead, turn left, and wait, holding on the point Unicom. Alright. So I can release the parking brake. and I can taxi to my point. Okay, looking good. We have to go straight ahead. Very cool. I don't have much experience in Vatsim, but it gives to explain so much more realism than it already has. I mean, the default etc in explain sucks, really. I told you a lot of time, I think, in my videos, but I'm so happy with Vatsim right now because when you want to do some flights, it's so much more realist. I think it's as in real life. It's very close. So if you are not in Vatsim, but you have an explain and you have some experience flying, and you want to have more realism, I mean in this way with the flight unshielding, please do not hesitate to start on Vatsim. The more people there are, the better it is, so just don't wait to do it. It's totally free. You can just subscribe. You don't have to do any formation for that. If you want to be a pilot, it's totally free, and you can just at the beginning do, as me, some VFR patterns. The way to it's a good way to learn, actually. So here I'm in the points uniform. I can put my parking brake. I can already put the flaps here. I can put the nav lights as well as the landing lights, so that we're ready to take off. You know what? I'm even going to do a
November 1202, are you ready for departure?
November 1202. Say again.
November 1202, are you ready for departure?
I am ready for departure. November 1202.
November 1202, roger, hold position. After departure, cleared left-hand circuit, VFR, local altitude 1,400 feet, 7010.
Holding position after departure, left-hand side circuits at 2,600 feet, November 1202.
November 1202, 1,400 feet, and squawk 7010.
1,400 feet, squawk 7010, sorry, November 1202.
November 1202, correct, rate 22, clear takeoff, surface wind 300 degrees 4 knots.
Clear for takeoff, runway 22, November 1202. So I'm just going to tune in my squawk code and put it on, because I forgot that. And I'm going to be at 1,400 feet. He told me that it was clear for takeoff, so I'm already going to align. Runway 22, so it's on our right. I think I totally read back a false. What did I say? 2,400? Yeah, nothing like that, sorry. I know I'm a big noob, but in addition, the quality of the audio in Vatsim is really bad. You have to be very careful to understand. So you know what? I'm just gonna go with full power already. I'm gonna wait for my 60 knots. Rotate. Alright. There we go. I can put the flaps up. So I'm just gonna remove this. Sorry, up. So I'm gonna climb at 1,400 feet, as he said. And normally, I think we are supposed to call him when we are in the middle of the downwind. So he said left hand side. I was going to do on the right hand side. Thankfully, I remembered. Alright, so let's turn left. We have some traffic here. So, when I will be in downwind, I will contact him and I will tell him that I want to do a touch and go. Because I don't want to stop already, I just started. Oh, I'm a bit too high now. Okay, I can maintain my altitude. Great. I can turn to downwind. A bit high. Wait, I'm just going to center my view like that. Very good. And now I want to be at heading. What's he heading? The opposite of 220. Well, as you can see, there is some traffic on the runway, so I think maybe he will tell us to do a big downwind or something like that. I'm really high, so I can descend. I really can descend. We're going a bit fast in addition. Well, I told you that I would do a lot of mistakes. Normal.
Right, 2 Romeo, thank you, runway 22, please take off, 3 1 off, traffic running DR400, left hand down.
So, he just told the aircraft on the runway that he was clear to take off. So I think I will land just after him. November 1202 on downwind for runway 22, request touch and go.
November 1202.
November 1202, say again please.
November 1202, roger, I report ready for base 10, traffic convey right in that departing runway 22.
Report when final. November 1202, thank you. I think I did a mistake here. I haven't understood the whole thing.
Negative report when ready for your base 10.
Yeah, report when ready for my base turn. November 1202. Sorry. Yeah. So he doesn't say anything, so I think it was right. Well, he took off, so before doing my base, I'm just gonna slow down. That's a really... oh my god. What happened with the Me Too? With the weather, sorry. Just refreshed in 2 seconds. I hope it won't get bad, because I want to do some VFR here.
Right there, 2 Romeo, strut mode, further ATC, molecule com 122.85. We got fully ground, 200 contact long.
November 1202, turning base for runway 22.
November 1202, roger, report final.
Report final, November 1202. So I just told him that I want that I was starting my base turn, and he wants me to report when I will be on final. So not yet, but very soon. Alright, I'm way too high. I'm 1,700, way too high. Okay, I really can reduce my altitude. and my speed because I already have 1 notch of flaps. Okay, so I can turn to base here. To final, sorry. Well, we turned a bit too soon. I can wait here. Well, that was a very long downwind, so it will be a long final also. But I didn't want to get too close of the airplane that just took off because of the wake turbulence. So I'm gonna call right now. November 1202 on final.
November 1202, thank you, runway 22, clear touch and go. That's wind 300 degrees 4.
Clear touch and go, runway 22, November 1202. So we're clear to land, or either to touch and go. Just gonna reduce a bit the sound, like this. Very good. So we're way too high. I can reduce my speed and my altitude. Now we have 2 reds, that's good. I can put my last notch of flaps. Very good. So I think I'm gonna put some subtitles on the video because I don't think it will be very audible. The ATC communication. Because I'm already struggling with understanding it, so for you it will be even more difficult. Well, so let me concentrate for the landing. I want to aim for the touchdown zone. I want to have 70 knots. 75 here. Bit low, but it's okay. Looking pretty good. So we have a bit of crosswind here from the right, so I want to put some left rudder and right aileron. So I can reduce the power, cut the power, left rudder, bit of nose up, flare, floats, and we're down. So let's put full power and flaps up. Rotates 40 feet per minute. That's not bad at all. Well, the crosswind wasn't that strong actually, so it's okay. So I'm gonna wait to be at the end of the runway to turn left. I can put my flaps up. I can remove, sorry. I want to stay aligned with the heading of the runway. 220, there we are. Well, the weather isn't that good, but good enough for some VFR patterns, I think. There we are, 1,400 feet. This time I will maintain the altitude. And I can turn left. We're going a bit too fast, I think. And now, what am I going to do? Yeah, I think I'm going to stop here. I'm going to do a full stop landing, and I will taxi back to where I was. So when I will be at the middle of the runway, I will call him and say November 1202, request full stop landing runway 22. So we can do it very soon. We don't have any traffic here coming in or on the runway, looking clear, so I can call him. November 1202 on downwind for runway 22, request full stop landing.
November 1202, Roger, report.
Report base, November 1202. I think he said base, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, he said base. If he's not answering, it's because it's right. So we have the good altitude here. We're a bit close to the runway, so it will be a very short base turn. So that's why I will do a long downwind. Alright, so I can reduce my speed. I'm going to be at 85 knots to put my first notch of flaps. Alright, I can go ahead and put my first notch of flaps. And I can start my left turn. November 1202, turning base.
November 1202, Roger.
He said just Roger, so I think we are not supposed to tell him when we will be in final, unless he say it. So we're very low, so I can just maintain the altitude. And here we are. I can turn left, very tight, very tight. Oh yeah. That was a bit late for a turn, but well, it's okay. I want to catch the glide slope. There it is. 2 whites, 2 red, looking good. Looking pretty good. So normally I will park to the exact same place.
202, runway 22, clear to land, depth wind 00 degrees, 4 knots.
November 1202, clear to land, runway 22. Thank you. We're still high. I'm not very good with those approaches. So another thing with Vatsim is that you're not supposed to read back the wind direction. So when he said clear to land runway 22, wind 200, I just say clear to land runway 22. Well, ouch, wind shear. What was that? Oh, actually, I'm way too fast. I can really reduce the power. Trim up a bit. 75 knots. Float. Cut the power. Left rudder, right rudder run. Nose up, and there we go. That wasn't that bad, wasn't it? I can brake a bit, and normally he will tell me what to do.
November 1202, vacate right uniform.
Vacating right uniform, November 1202. And there it is, uniform. I can turn right here, I can put my flaps up. And I will park at the exact same place where I started. Well, that was a very short flight. I just did two patterns.
202 taxi line, oh, to the north gate.
Taxi via Golf to the GA apron. Thank you, November 1202. Via Golf, he said. I think it's this this one here. I think so. Well, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the exact same taxi as at the beginning. Alright. So today that was pretty easy because there wasn't a lot of traffic. There was only us and another aircraft. But normally when you when you go to some more busy airports, you have to do some waiting patterns around the airports to wait for an aircraft to land. But that was okay today. There wasn't a lot of traffic. It was pretty clear. So there we are on the GA apron. So I'm just gonna thank the controller. November 1202, leaving the frequency. Thank you very much for your work.
November 1202, Roger, have a good afternoon.
Cool. So I can leave the frequency. Actually, not that one. Just gonna put anything just to be out of the frequency. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna park. No, you know what? I'm gonna go a bit further. Sorry if I struggle a bit finding my words, because if you haven't seen my previous videos, I'm not English actually. I'm Swiss, so that's not my native language. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna park here and anywhere. It's okay. I can put the parking brake and I can do the shut-off procedure. So first of all, I can put the magnetos to stop and the engine master to stop. Nav lights off. Those lights are coming off. The alternator is coming off. This is off. I can put the engine mixture to off. What's left here? I can put my battery to off, avionics to off, sorry, before, and finally flashlights to off. And I can exit this aircraft. There we go. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I think I'm going to do more Vatsim videos very soon because I really enjoyed doing this one. So stay tuned, guys. I see you all very soon. Bye bye.